Hey, what's up? It's Doug Pennington here. Hopefully you can hear me. I am at a coffee shop today, so I thought I was going to be able to do this remote like completely and queue it up on my phone, but looks like I wasn't going to be able to do that in the way that I wanted to. So we're here, and I did a speed test earlier. It's not very crowded here today. So with any luck, and my fingers crossed, this will work. I see we have a couple people on. If you can let me know. Emil, what's up? Thanks for joining. If you can hear me okay, let me know. And also, if it's like super loud in here, let me know, because I may be able to slightly adjust by, I don't know, cupping the microphone in my hand and putting it right next to my mouth. But let me know how it sounds. Of course, today I'm going to talk about improving the content for an existing, or improving content that's already on your niche site and stuff like that. Leo, what's up? Thanks for joining. So a lot of people do have sites like in place already, and there's content out there. And basically, to get more conversions, maybe get more traffic, attract more long tail traffic. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And Lachey, what's up? Good to hear from you. You are telling me, Lachey, that you try to send me an email and it's failing. Okay, can you maybe try to do it on Facebook? But I'm sure someone else recently told me that, like today, and I'm not sure if it's on the server side, but I'll work with you later. So, okay, cool. So Emil says the sound is okay, but not as good as usual. And Florian says, you hope my email reached my inbox. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll get into it. Yeah, hopefully the audio is reasonable. I'm just using this mic right here. Maybe there's some noise in here, but like I said, I even brought my tripod with me, and I was just going to stream from my phone outside, just go to a different location. But like I said, the way I was trying to do it looked like it wasn't going to work. But we're here now, and hopefully we can work through it. So I'm going to talk about improving content today, and people that are on probably remember that I published a content on one particular site last year, 5 months. I'm talking about that site in my content series right now. And the thing is, like, you publish content, especially at that volume, it's a little hard to figure out like what content you should go back to and maybe try to improve it. A lot of times you'll end up with content that is like doing okay, but not great. So maybe it's ranking in the top 10, but you need to get it in like the top 3 or hopefully number 1. And until it gets to like number 1, you're not going to be getting nearly as much traffic as you could. So when do you go and improve it? Is there a specific time frame? Like, what do you actually do? So I'll tell you hopefully 3 ways to go and improve the content there. And then as far as the timing, we'll just get right into it. There's no like set amount of time that is like the one right answer. So you can basically just, when you have time, go to it. That's what I did. So for me, it ends up being 2 to 6 months, right? Depending on what else I have going on, I can just dedicate a few days to go check out the content, research. So there's a few ways you can do that. You can go to like SEMrush and see what keywords you're ranking for, but you're in the, say, like position number 2 to position number 20 or something like that. And then you'll have a whole bunch of keywords that you're kind of ranking for, and you have an opportunity to improve those. Of course, you can also go to the Search Console and get like plenty of good data there. It is probably a little more accurate than SEMrush, and it's free. So, the Search Console is probably the best place to go check it out. Though, because of the competition research that you can do in SEMrush, I actually find myself in there more often than the Search Console. So, overall, you can wait for about 2 months, and I think 2 months gives the content a little time to rank and settle out and see what happens. It does depend how old your site is. So if it's a brand new site, maybe you really need to wait 6 to 8 months. But if it's an established site, you publish something new, I would say wait 2 months to 6 months, somewhere in there. There's no right answer because in my experience, the content continues to improve in rankings and just generally move. Coffee over here. And the other thing that you should just sort of consider is if you let the content sit a little longer, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So what can you do to improve the content? There's a few things you can do. We're just going to hit the high points today. I mean, this is really a whole other topic that I could spend a lot of time on. I could probably develop a whole course on this because, if you're making, say, $100 a month or something like that, making these changes can take you $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000. There's a big there's a big advantage to having some traffic on your site and some good positive signs from Google already. So once you have identified, and I would recommend if you're just starting this process, I would recommend that you go ahead and you just maybe pick 5 pieces of content on your site that are hopefully ranking in the top 5, but not number 1. Okay, you could make changes to a post that's ranking number 1, and I'll explain that in a second. But just overall, you should be able to basically make some changes. So let's get into it. So the first change that I would make on these posts that are hopefully ranking in the top 5. So number 1, just add more content to it. So there's a lot of ways to do that. I would direct you to the research paper method, where you can build out and expand on information that you already have on your site. So that would be something the user guide. Let's assume that it's some sort of affiliate post, something with review content, products mentioned. There's a user guide, how to choose whatever product it is. It has information all about those kinds of products, the kind of people that would use those products, and so on. From there, you should be able to just expand on it, put more information in there, create an even better resource. Most of the time, if you do that, you'll have the opportunity to put in more subheadings, so H2 and H3. In general, that extra word count would bring you just more long tail traffic, and that would be a good thing. Additionally, because you'll be, not sure if it's a cause and effect, but you'll rank for more terms, so that'll bring in more traffic just by default. That will happen. If you add enough words and improve the content enough, you'll actually have people spending more time on your site, more time on the page. That is a good sign to Google, and hopefully that will help your rankings move up. Sometimes you can get an impact right away, within a few days, just from making that change. And if you have a site that's already, or the page is already getting some traffic, making those changes should have a quick impact. So next thing is just to add more content, but instead of the user guide area, to add more products. Reviews, we have some number of products. Sometimes it's as few as 1, right? So if I'm doing keyword global ratio content, I may just mention 1 product because I'm just testing that post. If it's starting to rank well, maybe you go in and you add 5 more products. So if there are already 5, add 5 at the point. Each of those, and you add several hundred words, and you're adding hopefully related to that there's going to be a caption, there'll be an alt tag. There are SEO things that you add to it to bring just more relevance to that specific product. So that's a very easy way, and it's pretty simple to go find a few more products that are related to the ones that you have on there. Now, you could even add products that aren't great because it's good to have contrast between the products. If all the products are like awesome and they have really good ratings, there's no differentiation between them. It's kind of good to have the contrast on the post so that you're able to have like, here's some good products, here are some bad ones. These are cheap, maybe, and the materials are a little inferior, but you know, if you're on a budget, it's better than nothing. So why don't you check those out? That contrast, and someone does have the budget to buy something expensive, at least there is you know, something to compare those products and those bad products. So if you're finding you struggle with selecting other products to review, don't be afraid to put some just whatever you review. So next, and I do see some chatter in the chat room, which is good. I'll come back to that in a second. Let's see. Is add more you know, images. So this images or videos, so just multimedia in general. But like I mentioned before, you have the opportunity to add like SEO relevant things. So if you find some YouTube videos that are related to the products or the topic, that could actually, you know, one, help Google understand that that particular post is highly relevant. You're even linking to a YouTube video, or you can encourage people to spend more time as they're watching your video there. That's a good thing. Hopefully, it's, you know, helpful and gives them some information also. And at that point, you can think about just embedding YouTube videos. You could do images, of course. So, you know, images are something you need to be careful with, but you can't just download videos, or sorry, you can't just download images from Amazon and take that route like you used to be able to. So you need to be careful where you're getting your images. Me personally, I tend to get my images primarily from either resources like Unsplash or like Creative Commons on Flickr, and you have to attribute them properly. That's no big deal. It's very clear what you need to do if you go check out the Creative Commons rules, which are on Flickr. Again, you can put captions, alt tags, and name images with keyword-rich type information. So that again brings more relevancy to your page, and just overall, you know, images are a good thing to have. So those are just 3 ways. Hopefully you'll get a boost in, you know, traffic, rankings, and just potentially just higher conversion rates. So, okay, cool. So what questions do we have here? I will probably try and shorten it today. I do see we've had a couple questions here, so I'm going to go through. So several people are telling me that the email is failing, and I have no idea why. I'll take a look with maybe the hosting company the email server's on, but I'm not sure what the deal is there. Sorry about the poor connection today. My plans changed, so I'm streaming from the coffee shop. And David, thank you for the comment there, and time is a good factor. Tony mentions having the same issue with email. I have no clue what the problem is on that. World Travel, what's up? Yeah, sorry about the audio here. I don't have my good mic, of course, and I was hoping I was just going to be able to go outside with my phone and hopefully just stream outside, but it didn't work out today. So, and Tal says using the search analytics data in the Google Search Console is a good way to find KGR terms too. That is a great tip. Good idea. You also have a WordPress plugin to show the word count per post, and you've been adding more content to the lower count post. Cool. Good tip. Good tip. Tony, thanks. So it's funny here. So the email comes back because my server is rejecting the original email because my spam filter is screwing it up. It's funny. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, cool. Valen, thanks for doing the comments. By the way, everyone, thanks for doing the comments. Everyone's referring, I think, to the email in which I sent out this morning to go and comment on Noah Kagan's video. That's a little experiment I'll tell you about later, and hopefully it works out good and doesn't, annoy him, but at least he will remember my name. So XCNet, what's up? And World Travel, you found someone using your target keyword and their article is 5,000 words, which I'm assuming you're saying that's a lot. So any questions on content? Again, I apologize for all the email issues, the poor connection here, and so on. Pretty good lighting here in the window. The sun's kind of shining right on me now, but at least there's not a terrible glare. All right, any other questions out there? For anyone having trouble with the email, if you just send me a fresh new email and don't reply to the one, thanks Tony for the recommendation on that. It sounds like that should work fine. So if you just send a fresh new email to the email address, hopefully it should work. I'm not really sure why my spam filter kicked out the messages, other than I have no idea why I would do that. At the point it's kicking out like regular messages, it's not as useful. So, okay, so Danish says, my website was around 6 months old. This time period includes designing, content development. You started link building on July 3rd, and you have not yet added the affiliate links. Okay, cool. Keep up the good work, and it sounds like you're progressing, and hopefully you'll be able to get a little traffic and go ahead and add the affiliate links. Rohan, what's up? Thanks for joining. World Travel asks, how do I compete with 5,000 words? Write 6,000 words. I usually try and aim for like 10 to 20% more content and make your content better and get more backlinks. So it's usually a simple formula, but yeah, make it more backlinks. And Leo says, if you have a page that ranks #1 for a few terms and page 2 for like 20 other terms, do you alter the page to improve the rankings on the page 2 terms, or leave it so you don't risk? I haven't had that specifically that I know about, but I'm pretty sure that if you leave the core content and then add to it, while trying to target those terms that are ranking on page 2, and I would do that by, the stuff I said, have new content around that, using H2 and H3 tags so there's high relevancy for those terms. Additionally, adding images around those. So I would add to it and then see what happens. I don't think you should have a huge risk for the position #1. I think it just builds like relevancy. The one data point that I know of is the project of White Hat, where I added a lot of content. So I did post that like 2,500 words on it. We boosted it up to about 10,000. I'm pretty sure we moved up for a lot of terms that we were on like page 2 for. A lot of terms we weren't even tracking, and then boosted the overall traffic and the overall revenue. also. Let's see. And then Tony says, have you ever tried targeting zero competition KGR? So I guess you mean zero local monthly searches with shorter posts, like 500 words or less. No, I haven't. I usually, like the shortest that I've published is maybe a couple in the 600 word range, but most of them are like 800 words plus. But it's worth a try. Tony, it's worth a try. Okay, world travel asks, do I have to just make it more interesting and hope people stay on your page longer? There's no like one answer, but yeah, more or less. I mean, if you have like people on your site longer, that's a good thing. And if you have people that aren't bouncing, that's a good thing. So it's hard to say, and like I mentioned, the two things would be like good content and then more links. Just there's a lot of ways to do each of those things, but yeah, I would aim to have like, the best resources on the topic. O'Shea says you're writing your first piece of info using the RPM, so that's the research paper method. It's working great. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. Daniel says, when's the right time to add affiliates? As soon as you start getting traffic, say like 10 people a day, 10 to 20 people a day, go ahead and add your links then. Hopefully you should be getting a couple sales at that point. World Travel says, if I post short content now, and if it starts to rank or get traffic, what can I add without upsetting the current success of the page? I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, worst case scenario, you can revert back, but if you're adding short, I mean, just don't change everything. If you have a post that you're improving, don't change everything. Just add to it and make small edits. So you wouldn't want to like delete the whole thing and replace it with something new. That would be a bad thing to do. Someone I know did that, and like the rankings dropped. I mean, it may recover, right? But you don't want to have that like dramatic change. It's weird. It's weird to do that. But if you improve it, and like most, I would say like if you have 80, I'm just making up a number, but I would feel comfortable changing 20% of the content through editing and adding a lot more. But I haven't had any issues. Like if I, the before, like I had no reservation to add like 8 hours of content to a 2,500 word post, and it helped a lot. Okay, and World Travel says, do I use the H1 tag for the article title and several H2 for following paragraphs? When do I use H3 and H4? So World Travel, what's your name, World Travel, by the way? So is the article title. WordPress does that automatically. If they do that. Yeah, H2 and H3 tags, you can use either one of those. It doesn't, I don't know that it matters. People claim that like H3 tags like make all the difference in the world. I haven't found that to be true. So just use like either one. Just make it look nice. That's kind of my goal. And then H4 I use occasionally, but I mean, just think about it as an outline and the hierarchy of the content. So if I'm diving into a topic deeper, I'll use deeper. I guess like the deeper subheadings. Okay, cool. Any other questions? Everyone's very like tolerant of this new environment here, this noisier environment with the louder setting. I thought it was going to be all right. Like right before I started, half empty in here. Now people are coming in. There's a lot more people sliding chairs around and yelling. So that's always a good thing. I also thought about going to, there's a new co-working space here in Bozeman. And I was going to go down there, but they don't open until like 9. I'm like halfway done with my day by 9, so I have to figure out another time to go. And yeah. Oh, World Travel, Steph. Cool, Steph. Awesome. So basically, amending and appending, just adding to the content of a post is usually fine. I don't worry about it too much, and typically you will just start getting more traffic. So, cool. Any more questions, and then I can end this. Go ahead and start heading home here. It's getting a little loud. Yeah, how bad is the audio? Like, Tony, you have are you able to hear me very well? And yeah, sorry, Steph. I think we won't do it this way again. So. All right, D-Card, what's up? And yeah, thanks everyone who has robots down. Okay, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out later. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here while we're ahead and it doesn't just like cut out. And thanks everyone for letting me know. This is good to know. And hey, this is what happens, I guess, when you're on like public Wi-Fi and like 45 people just walked in here. All right. Cool. Thanks, Leo. Thanks, Mikhail, Tal, Tony, Exonet. Yeah, and see, the thing is, Tony, it is like the Wi-Fi is like pretty solid in here, but you know, it's a public place, there's just like a lot of people using it, and really probably like 40 people came in the last 15 minutes, and everyone's probably hitting the network. I'm also I'm using my VPN here, so I'm not really helping the situation. All right, I'm gonna jet here. Everyone, have a great day, and I thought it was a key point. I could probably do a whole series on this, so I will think about it, and we'll catch you later. Thanks.